Packing punches. Packing punches.
Packing Punches, the return, episode 25. Scotty Findlay, how you doing, fella?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Mate, I'm okay. I'm not brilliant because this sport that we love, that we haven't spoken about in a few months, albeit the sport that we love just often delivers weird nuggets of shit that make me feel a bit odd about it.
Yeah. I'm not baffled. We shouldn't be surprised by what's been announced recently. We'll kick off with that one. Tyson, Paul.
Yeah, we kick off with it just to get it out there and get it out of the way. Zero interest. I like the idea that the fact it's streaming on Netflix. I think that's interesting.
But if someone's been paid off, and that's all that Tyson needs paid.
Yeah, Tyson obviously needs paying. I've heard that it might be sanctioned as a professional bout. It might be sanctioned as an exhibition. The bottom line is, if you put into Mike Tyson in with Jake Paul, we all know in real life Tyson maims him, kills him.
Yeah,
perhaps not even metaphorically, maybe even literally.
Yeah, there is that danger. So yeah.
But if it's like any of his other fights where Tyson's not really going to be allowed to hit him,
no,
what's the point?
No, everyone's reaction, even people that don't watch boxing in the group chats, are just all saying the same thing. So, but we're in this new age where these things are attractable, apparently. So,
do you think it is something as boxing fans we have to actually just suck it up and say, you know what, it's here?
100%.
Yeah,
definitely. Because Eddie's done it. Eddie's admitted to it, and he says, yeah, it sells, and so whether you like it or not, I think it's like with the snooker going over to Riyadh, starting this 167 business. All the players are just chilling, smiling. I don't know if you watch it, but like Selby is a miserable snooker player. He's smiling and laughing because he's getting a bumper payday.
Yeah. I mean, I love a bit of snooker, but then I'm a purist. I don't like this gold ball malarkey.
But Ronnie just goes and enjoys himself, doesn't he? So.
Well, anywhere that Ronnie can enjoy himself, I'm down for that rather than having the sour version of Ronnie. But is that a problem, do you think, in sport in general? Is it because it is? I think it's sport washing what Saudi are doing. They're taking sports that are loved by the purist and they're making the purist dislike it.
Well, thing is with Saudi, they've had multiple success in most sports they're doing. I mean, the football is failing, which is good to see. There was that, is that going to work? Are they going to take all the players? But the players want to leave already. You can see that with Henderson, even though the money was there, he's gone already. So I feel like they won't get that market. But the attraction of what they're doing is because that country never sleeps. They are putting it on at UK time. So most fight fans are like, oh, okay, I can watch it at a normal time. Whereas we're not having.
Yeah.
And I think that's a massive pull, and the fighters want to get paid. So,
yeah, I mean, Saudi alone this weekend. Obviously, we've got massive fight night Friday night, and then the Grand Prix this weekend, all in the same country.
What do you think of
this? If you're into fake sports like that?
Yeah, well, I've checked out from F1 as well because that's just the car, not the driver as well. So that's one of them. But I mean, talking about Friday night, that's pretty drab as a whole. I think two good fights. I mean, Zhang Parker. I think that would be a great fight.
Yeah, I think Zhang Parker would be great. I think Vargas against Ball will be great. I'm not happy about the main event. I've kind of made my peace with it. When it was announced that he was taking that fight, I was kind of like, really? I didn't really want to see AJ going down that route. But in all fairness, who else is he going to fight? You know, Usyk's waiting for Fury now. But I'm not down with these people saying that it's not a risk. We know what we know now after he fought Fury, but he did not fight Fury.
No, he didn't.
A very, very underwhelming version of Tyson Fury.
I think it is a little risk, to be fair, because he can bang, and he's hard as nails.
Oh, there's no denying that. the geezer is absolute nails, and he's huge. I think he's coming nearly 20 pound heavier than Joshua.
I think, yeah, no, I do. I genuinely do think it's a risk. But the thing is, and I admire about Joshua, you can never say Anthony's ducked to challenge,
Absolutely
regardless,
not. Yeah.
regardless of what the papers say, what Tyson wants to put about. He tried to avenge his loss against Usyk. It didn't work, but he didn't back away from it. I genuinely do believe he wants a Tyson Fury fight. His credit to him when he didn't pull out of the fight so all the boxers get paid on the last one. Then turns out who he thought was a drug cheat as well.
Yeah.
Look, Joshua gets a bad name, but I think he's done wonders for this sport, and it's still a massive pull. And I'll watch any Joshua fight, so I'll be watching it.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching it. Said like without sounding sort of hypocritical, I wasn't happy about it really because it's not really what I want to see happening at the top end of the heavyweight division. But I will still watch it because I do like watching Joshua, and I think under Ben Davison, we're actually seeing a really interesting version of Joshua.
Yep.
But I think what he's going to have to do against Ngannou to start with is box. He's going to have to be that back foot fighter that he was against Usyk in the first fight, and just see what he's got to offer.
Yeah, what's going on?
Because they've only really got 10 rounds to look at, and that's not a great deal.
Where does this put Ngannou though? Because I know he's got to fight MMA now. He's got that honor, his deal and that. But if he does win, what happens? What happens though if Ngannou does win? Because I don't think he's not got a chance. If he lands it on Joshua, then what happens? Because is he then in the top mix for a title shot, and then all the other heavyweights are just be like, what the hell?
Yeah, coming in with a 1-1 record.
Yeah.
But this is what I don't like about it, because he hasn't earned that right to fight up at that level. He's not done what the likes of Fabio Wardley and Fraser Clark and all that lot are doing. He's just come in as a money thing, and I mean, I think the only way he can win is to knock out Joshua.
Yeah, 100%. It's not points.
No, and bizarrely, I thought he did win the fight against Fury on points.
I agree.
Purely by taking 5 rounds each, but he had the knockdown. So, it's not out of the realms of possibility for him to outbox Joshua, but Joshua's got to be incredibly poor.
Yeah.
For that to happen.
Yeah.
And something I think that Joshua's got that Fury lacks is that true mental strength to perform when you need to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think obviously Tyson's mental illnesses probably prevent him from having that.
Do you think Joshua knocks him out? Do you think I don't think Ngannou gets knocked out.
I'm not sure, I think it could go down to similar to like when Usyk stopped Tony Bellew. If he can mentally tire Ngannou with footwork, because from watching that, obviously he's an MMA fighter, his stance is quite wide, he's got a tendency to come square. He's there to be caught, and he throws when you throw. There's no like magic recipe to hitting him. He's there to be hit. He's not evasive. But hello, puppy. Because he's there to be hit. If he does get hit, he's not going to back off.
No.
But if he's mentally tired, and I think possibly body work could do greater damage than headshots.
Yeah.
Just to tire him out, and then it could possibly be a late stoppage.
Well, Bellew wasn't prepared for Usyk's power as well.
No, because he carries it all the way through. All the way through. Okay. Despite, obviously we're going back, Christ, what's that, 5 years ago now? 6 years ago, maybe? I actually had Bellew up at the time of the stoppage, but...
Yeah. Well, okay. So I'll go AJ points.
Yeah, I'm going AJ unanimous points. It's got to be 10. Surely it's only 10 rounds.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, probably looking at 98, 92, something like that.
Okay. I think it'll be a little closer. Make it interesting, won't it? And we don't know with these judges. But
Well,
okay,
yeah, God, who knows? Who knows with the judges? But then, yeah, so, well, called, the show's called Knockout Chaos, but neither of us are saying we're going to get one from there. What about Zhang Parker?
what Park are we getting?
Mm.
That is my question. Are we getting a motivated Parker that is in with a very, very dangerous man? I think Parker will get caught, and I do think Zhang will knock him out.
Mm. So this is the thing, as you say, we know exactly what Zhilei Zhang we're going to get. Exactly.
Yeah,
what
there's
Zhilei
no
Zhang
difference, and it's just stopping it.
Yeah. And it's possible that Parker might come in slightly overconfident because of how good his performance was against Wilder, where against Wilder, he sat in the pocket. He was there for a long time, doing his work on the inside, which, in all fairness, when he fought Joshua, he'd have probably won that fight if the ref allowed him to fight on the inside.
Yeah.
If he stays that close to Zhang, he's going to go good night.
Yeah, I'll put me coolest man. I'll go Zhang 8th.
Yeah. I've got a little, something that happened to Parker when he fought Chisora, when he walked out to center ring and he got knocked out with like the first punch that was thrown. That's a possibility.
Oh,
because Zhang is so big, he hits so hard, and from that southpaw stance, again, Joe Parker tendency to get a little bit square. It's an early stoppage, I think, is a possibility because Zhang is that powerful. But I'm banking on Parker's footwork keeping him away. He's got an incredibly talented trainer in Andy Lee.
yeah.
Circling away from a southpaw is not going to be hard for Andy to train Parker to do. It's whether he can counter it. Can he evade it and counter at the same time?
What I liked about Andy Lee is how relaxed he is as well.
Oh yeah, when it goes to the corner and that, he's never shouting.
Yeah,
And
but even in the pre-fight interviews he's doing now, he doesn't look like he's worried about Parker. Whereas maybe 2 fights ago he would have been.
Mm.
And Parker, you don't see him. Tyson's been pretty quiet. I love the fact that Ngannou said he would beat him twice on a Sunday as well, and if it was out in the street. And I've never seen his dad so quiet. Normally he'd be shirt off, going like, "Come on, Francis." I love the fact that he probably thought Francis, yeah, he probably would, and he couldn't give his bullshit like he normally spins. So
no, and we've seen how John Fury's been with AJ this week. It's like a new John Fury.
Yeah, no wonder Tyson is the way he is. Unfortunately,
apples and trees.
Yeah,
apples and trees. Well, so there's a few. It's a sort of a cross promotion, isn't it, that card? So there's a few different fighters coming from different spaces on that card. The other British interest, I really do like the Nick Paul Vargas fight. I think that's really, really good. Nick Paul's shot himself up to that level. Terrific victory over Isaac Lowe on Fury undercard at Wembley, which, let's be honest, we all love to see. I don't think Isaac Lowe's got many fans.
No.
So to see him getting smashed about was quite was quite nice. Massive height difference.
Yeah.
Could work in Ball's favour. Obviously at them lighter weights, there's a lot of inside fighting, a lot of stuff is close up. The Mexican style of Vargas could be enough to kind of keep him at bay, but I think it's going to be really interesting to watch.
I don't know. You could ask me now and you can ask me in 10 minutes and I'll probably change my mind. So I'm going to sit this one out and just hope for a cracker.
Yeah. I don't think I actually gave a full prediction on Zhang Parker, but because I'm going to go Zhang on points for that. I think he's going to. I think Parker will take him.
You've gone from saying he could get knocked out in the first second to now he's winning on points.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not getting up. Okay. You'd have to nail Joe Parker to the floor to stop him from getting up.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I can see him taking a bit of a beating, but taking it for the whole fight.
But then where does that put Zhang if he does win?
Right up there.
Well, he needs a title shot. We need to stop fucking about.
Well, they're gonna defragment, aren't they? After May 18th, they're gonna if we get an undisputed, I don't even think it will be for undisputed by then, because I think WBO might even pull their belt by then.
Ridiculous.
So whatever we get, they're gonna start to defragment. I would imagine you could Zhang beats Parker, I would imagine first port of call is probably a Hrgovic rematch. Because he won that fight.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to watch Hrgovic.
No, me neither. But I think they're all fully aware that the money is with Joshua, Fury, Usyk. That's where the money is.
Yep. Well, let's go on with
it. Other news that we've had though, Chantel Cameron's left Jamie Moore.
Yeah. What did you make of that? Because it was such a low-key comment by both of them. I can't believe they've had a falling out. Or has someone got in Chantel's ear?
Well,
blame Jamie for the loss, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you can blame anyone for that loss. I think Katie pulled things out.
Bully the ref.
Well, I didn't like that because that all came out afterwards. I think we actually spoke about that on the last episode, that it came out after the fight that Jamie had been talking to the ref before the fight about, oh, she does this, she does that. It sounded a little bit sour grapes.
Yes. Yeah. That was out of emotion, though, wasn't it? That was straight after the fight.
But like
I think
you say,
he would have changed his mind.
Because it wasn't even like it didn't come out in a statement or anything. It was Jamie was being interviewed on another channel, and basically they asked about Chantel, and he was like, "Oh well, I don't know. I'm not a coach anymore."
Yeah, shame, because he's delivered for that girl. And look, we don't know. We're speculating, but has she announced the new trainer? Has it been announced she's got a new trainer at all?
I've not heard. I mean, I'm really liking the idea of her with someone like Ben Davison. I think that'd be a great move.
We'd put everyone with Ben Davison.
Yeah, I would put everyone, but I'd just have him training everyone. He's great. But it's such a shame. And now there's a lot of backward and forward on social media with regarding the trilogy fight, her saying that she's there, saying she wants it, and it's Katie saying that
Katie doesn't want that.
That Katie doesn't want it. And you can't really blame Katie for not wanting it, but yeah, Chantel's
what weight as well? Same weight. Oh, I don't know. No. Katie will go nowhere near that. So she needs to move on.
It's a bit all over the place, isn't it? But we'll love to see what she's going to do next, because obviously she's still got, she's still top of the tree, really. She's, right up there. But yeah, I'd like to see her announce her trainer quite soon, because you can't really be booking fights in if that's not confirmed.
No.
So there was something else that caught my eye the other day. Oh, actually, no, it didn't catch my eye the other day. It's just we haven't done an episode since it all happened. Michaela Mayer was robbed again in this country when she bought Natasha Jonas.
But she was too humble. I mean, I know I'm an emotional guy and I would have lost my head, but no, it was a joke.
Yeah, but she can't do it. If she does that over here, all of a sudden she's the stroppy American, and then no one will come and watch her if she ever comes back, which I highly doubt she will. Because
what's the point?
What's the point? What happened to? I mean, even when she fought another American in this country, she got robbed. But it's
no joke.
Yeah, and I could kind of see the other point of view that Jonas has been robbed enough that she was probably due one.
Tough. At the end of the day, we just get it right first time and not give it to don't give it to the screaming idiot that's had 12 Stellas going, oh yeah, she's hit her. And then just, it's like the judges, it's like the Olympics. The judges hear a bloody a cheer. Oh yeah, that's a punch. I'll put a point on for that. No, fuck off. It was
very Scouse coloured glasses, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's I like Jonas. I like her. She seems like a great person, but no, she lost.
Yeah, it was disappointing as well. It was similar in the way to how Josh Taylor behaved after he lost to Jack Catterall. It was like, come on now, you knew you'd lost that. And then obviously Joe Gallagher just spurts his bile as well, because that man just talks shit for a living.
I'm not putting it in the same bracket, but I get your point.
No, well, that bracket, I can't go back to the frustration that first fight caused me, but we are having it again.
Yes.
We are having it again in Leeds.
Where is it? Is it the first direct?
Yeah.
Yeah. End of April. I wouldn't want to be security that day.
No. It's good that we've got it, but then it's at 140, which is interesting. Jack's obviously gone on since that defeat. He's beat Dara Foley and he's beat Jorge Linares. Josh has obviously lost to Teofimo Lopez.
An old Jorge Linares as well. I'd like to put that in. He's not the Jorge Linares at Fort Frampton.
No, but the geezer still moves like silk in the wind.
Yeah, but your punch resistance is not as good.
Oh no, I think Loma ruined his punch resistance.
like many.
He's got Loma imprinted on the inside of his liver.
What did you make of the press conferences and what was said?
It was exactly how I would have expected it to go. Taylor's not going to give an inch at all. He's well aware that he thinks he won that first fight. The bad blood is only ever going to make it more sort of ticket worthy. It will sell out Leeds. It's not a massive arena. It will sell it out. It won't be pay-per-view, but it will get big numbers on the telly. It's yeah, I thought Jack come out the better, to be honest, from the press conferences.
I don't. I think the opposite.
Do you?
Yeah. I think he wound Jack up. Taylor knows what he's going to get. Taylor's going to get, you lost the fight. No one else can say anything else with it. And
No.
maybe, you lost. What was your Lopez performance about? It was crap. But he's just saying wasn't good enough. And then he's like, I don't like Jack. I thought I won the fight. And that's just going to eat away at Jack, I think. I thought he handled he was on TalkSport. Simon Jordan was saying this, and he was like, okay, that's your opinion. And Jack's like, I think he might beat Jack before the fight even starts.
The psychological edge of it's going to be that big.
I think Jack's going to be that emotional with it. And Josh, he can never take. He was the undisputed champion.
Yeah,
that will always go down in the history books. He's one of the only few to do it. He doesn't really have. I don't want to say anything to prove. He does, but it's not the be all and end all if he loses, because there's not bouts. It's not bouts.
No.
It's nothing. It's not that for that prestige. If he loses, he probably will retire. But he's had that prestige, and I think we don't know what Taylor we're going to get, because we can take absolutely nothing from the Lopez fight. I think he goes and wins. I really do.
You make a good point, actually, that it's going to be incredibly hard for Jack to enter that ring not thinking about what happened at the Hydro in February 2022. It's
got to be 2, I think. It's a long, well, that would make sense. 2 years,
yeah. So yeah, it's going to be hard for him to not get. But that's, I think, what Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis are really good at. That psychological side, and they might be able to transform it into an edge rather than a disadvantage.
Yeah. Wow, they've got to. What do you think?
I don't know. It's such an ugly fight. These two southpaws, leading with their faces and whatnot. Yeah, I'd love to say I think Catchall beats him and stops him this time, but like you say, something in the back of my head's just thinking Taylor knows he can't be that bad again. But the weight thing could be an issue. You'd have to sort of wait till fight week.
He don't look. I know he's not a fighting weight, but he doesn't look. He's drawn out. He looks pretty comfortable with his sitting weight at the moment. I felt. You can't tell with Catchall because he's just good-looking guy, tan skin, and he's chilled in here. So, but I don't see a gauntness in Taylor. I see a guy that's fit.
Yeah. No, it'll be an interesting one, but yeah, I'm Taylor on points, but not as close, but not as controversial as last time.
I'm going to throw one at you. Garcia, Haney. What are you making of that?
I don't know what's the fuck's going on with Ryan Garcia.
Someone needs to get hold of him, because I'm worried about him waking up the next day. I really do think we're at that stage with him. I don't know why it's being allowed for him to say what he's saying. Who's looking after him? He's got, what's his face, De La Hoya, slagging him off after the last fight. I just feel like how old is he? He's a pup, isn't he?
Yeah, young kid, yeah.
I'm worried about what is going on. I don't think the fight will happen.
Well, it shouldn't do if he's not in the right mental state for it to happen. It's dangerous enough game as it is without going in there with all that going on.
And I also worry about the underworld element to this fight. I feel like there's too much going on, too much with. I don't think you can trust the promoters in looking after the fight. I know many don't anyway, but I can just see this going horribly wrong. You can't be getting into a ring with Devin Haney and not be ready for it.
No.
It's a shame. It's a real shame. And unfortunately, money is overtaking this one because Garcia has been handsomely paid. And as you said many times, when you've got that money, is the fire there? And I don't think the fire's there because I think he's getting paid handsomely again and he'll just go through the motions and could end up very hurt.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I mean, money is the root of all evil in most cases. Even more so in boxing, really, because, you know, for the sake of money, I think that, you know, it's going to be in Texas, isn't it? This Paul Tyson fight at the AT&T. So the Texas Boxing Board, I can't remember what they call them in America, Athletic Commission, the Texas Athletic Commission, you know, will look at sanctioning that as a pro bout between a guy that's in his late 50s.
58.
Yeah. You know, mental. What money does people in this sport is mental. Dangerous enough as it is. Let's not make it even worse.
No.
But we've got there's stuff I'm looking forward to, but I'm sure we can get back on a bit of more of a regular flow with this, so we can build up to that. Because I'm well looking forward to Sandy Ryan against Terry Harper. I cannot hide my excitement for that fight.
Where's that? Where is that?
That's on the Dalton Smith undercard.
Sheffield.
I think it's in Sheffield. It's Dalton Smith.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, I think it is Sheffield.
Because Terry Harper's Sheffield, isn't she? Based.
Donny.
Same thing. Sorry, not this. But they are. They're fucking next door to each other.
And Sandy Ryan's Derby, so she's like
M1. Yeah.
M1.
What are you going for? I'll go first because I can see your little face. You're lighting up. I know what you're going to say. So I'll say Terry Harper.
Yeah, I think Harper's too good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any chance?
Yeah, massively. Because Sandy's dogged, very dogged, and she's hard as nails. But Harper at this weight, do you know what I mean? When Harper was at super featherweight, how the hell she was making that weight, I have no idea.
When did she last fight?
Off the top of my head, I do not know.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. But same for Sandy. Obviously, Sandy was robbed in America against Jessica McCaskill.
So I think Harper will win, but I want Sandy to win. I
just think it's going to be an incredible
I do like Terry
fight.
Harper. I'm not just
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a brilliant fight.
So, do you know what that needs? 3-minute rounds.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be fantastic. Because I mean, they're both fit as you like as well. Proper.
While we're on that, because it's in my head, very mismatched episode tonight. We're just winging it, but we're enjoying it. Who makes that step? Who's going to make that first step to make 3-minute rounds? Because I think there's an element now as the fighters are saying they want it, but who's going to be the one to actually do it? Because it's been chatted about. When's it going to happen?
Well, Amanda Serrano has done it a few times in the States. And this is obviously why she's walked away. We did a whole episode basically said, fuck the WBC, because she wanted 3s. They said no. So she fucked their title off. In all honesty, I actually don't see it ever happening. I'd love to see it, but I don't see it ever happening. I think there's too many people that would say you're going to dilute the product. You're going to take away what it is. You know, look at the last round of Taylor Serrano. Look at the 2 fights that Taylor had with Persoon and with Cameron. And if you make it 3 minutes, you're going to take away that intensity. And I think people will say, well, people will stop bothering with women's boxing then.
Valid points. I agree. But I don't know. Could you be... No, you can't. We could. Could you extend it not to 3 minutes, but a little bit more?
Well, like 2.5. I don't know. There's a lot of bureaucracy involved in all that, I think.
Well, someone will do it.
So
if we have 2.5-minute rounds, I've called it, you know, we'll play this and I'll say, I said this.
Yeah. But like I said, because I don't think there's titles, or no, Terry's titles are on the line, aren't they? I suppose. Is Terry got titles at that weight? It's difficult when you've got all the different boards, because different boards will have different ideas on the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you really need two top women in the world going no titles and just doing 12 threes and just seeing what is it, or maybe 10 threes,
10
go
threes,
10
yeah.
threes and then 12 threes, or 12 twos, just to. You got to build. You can't just go bang. We're going from having a 20-minute fight to having a 36
Well, 12
minute
twos,
fight.
what? You've got 24 minutes and then
Yeah.
10 for 30 minutes. You've got to kind of get that in between.
Yeah.
So if you had 10, 2.5, so that's 25 minutes. Tell them an account, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but the I wouldn't trust the clock. I wouldn't trust the timekeepers.
Oh shit! Being a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But mate, it's been great to come back and chat boxing with you. I've really enjoyed it.
It has. Just one more for me.
Go on.
Stevie Levy.
Oh, fucking brilliant! So
Not sure about the tattoo. I'm going to be honest, but you know,
she's got a lot of dodgy tattoos, but I love her. I'm so pleased for her. So pleased.
Yeah. So
she's worked so hard for that.
Yeah. So we sorry about our sabbatical. We both have busy lives, but we will be back on the regular.
We will. We'll be back, I suppose, if not next week, week after, to rehash all this Saudi Arabia stuff and see what's gone down there and build up to the big fights that are happening in this country.
Yes.
Boom. Scotty, towels in.
Towels in.